Hey guys, and welcome to the episode 45 of the Artistic Show. And if you're new to the channel, I am Armugan, and today, welcome to Storytime. I have a great story to tell you. And I was thinking about, I plan my episodes. I obviously record them, but before recording, I plan my episodes. And I've been like, let's just do something different. Like, let's just tell a story without planning. And by planning, I don't mean that I script my episode. Just to be clear, I cannot talk from a script. I'm just not that guy. I'm a guy who wants to be real. That's why I don't have a script. I just say it's all coming from my heart. That's what I want you guys to know. And I will be embarrassed on the stage in front of 1 million people rather than I'll talk from a script. I will never do that because I can't stand fake. I'm just a guy who cannot stand fake. So here's the story. But let me tell you a bit about the backstory first, because the story is not complete without the backstory. The backstory is I'm a kid who's from a middle class family, and a middle class family means growing up we didn't have that much money, and money was always a big pain point for us, and it is a big pain point for most people. And my parents, they thought earning money is hard, and mostly my mom. She thought that earning money is hard, and all of this it's hard stuff. And growing up, because I didn't have enough of money, I thought money is everything. Like, if you have money, you have success, you have fame, you have power, you have happiness, everything. It's like all the problems in life are due to money, and money can solve them. That was my thinking. So I was always that guy who wanted to earn money, but there was a belief inside of me. Even if I came from a family which has seen hard time when it comes to finances, but Still I believed inside that earning money is not hard. It's just that people don't know. I believe that earning money, it just requires a different kind of skill set. It just requires a different kind of mindset. And that's true. Mindset and skill set. I believe that even right now, and now it's validated. But before, I also believed that. So I always wanted to earn money, but in fact, I'll tell you a really cool story. What I really wanted was to earn money, and on the inside, I really don't want to feel miserable. Because when you don't have money and you want new things, as a kid especially, and what you see, your parents are having these fights over this paper and all of this. So it was really devastating for me. It was miserable for me, and I know that happens for most people. So I was in a miserable place. So I always wanted to earn money. A very cool story about me is, one time I was on my Pentium 4. That's how old I am. I'm not that old. I'm like 17 years, but I was on my Pentium 4. Those things don't even exist now. I don't think anybody uses them. And on this big monitor, not a screen, but this big monitor, right? Not an LED or an LCD, but monitor, big, huge. And I was searching. I literally went to Google. I was so stressed by this. I was like, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna change this. So I went to Google and I searched how to make money, how to get rich. That was what I searched. I searched how to get rich. And I opened the first article. In the first article, there were 24 ways to get rich. I was like, sweet, I'm going to apply one of them. And the first way I saw is, be born rich. And I was like, what is this? Stupid. This is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. Be born rich? What do you mean even? Right? Don't attack my self-esteem. That is what I said. That is what I said to them. And there were other 24 ways, and all were like, be a doctor, be a chiropractor, be the blah blah blah, all different stuff. I don't actually remember that. So I passed on it. But I always thought that I will make money online, and I'll make so much money online, because online is the new thing, right? Online is the new thing. And on the kids in my school, everybody was talking about making money online. Not everybody, but most of the people, they were talking about making money online. I'm doing this. And there's SEO, there's YouTube. I'm opening my new YouTube channel and I'm doing this. All these new ways. So I was really fascinated about them. And here's when the change really happened for me. I was on my big, huge monitor again, and I was scrolling my Facebook. I said, like, scrolling my Facebook like this. We didn't have those phones. We have them right now, but we didn't have that at that time. So I was on my big, huge monitor. We only had one computer in all of our home, and I had that. So I was really lucky kid. So I was scrolling, and what I saw is an ad by Shopify. This is a really cool ad. Right, and the ad said, start your own t-shirt store in 15 minutes. Start your own online business t-shirt store in 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, this is sweet. I stopped there, I stopped at the ad, and I clicked on it. And I always wanted logic at that time. Not now, but at that time I was always like, I'm gonna research this. I open a new tab, I go to YouTube, and I search how to start your own t-shirt store in 15 minutes. And Shopify had a tutorial there too. So in 2 minutes, I watched the tutorial and I was ready to start my own online store because I've learned so much, right? In 2 minutes. So I'm freaking out about this. And I open Shopify and I see that the first 15 days are free. And then the next month we have to pay. And so I'm thinking, okay, how much is it gonna take me? How can I set up the... And that is where I was introduced with this concept of dropshipping. And I'm gonna explain dropshipping for a second. It's simple, but I'm gonna explain it. The thing is, what I'll do is I'll make a design, I'll put it on a t-shirt, and I'll contact a dropshipping store for the t-shirt. And anytime somebody orders from me, the dropshipping store is gonna print the design on the t-shirt and they're gonna ship that out to the customer. So I never handle any products. I just handle the transaction between them, right? And I get to keep some profit on every t-shirt they send out. It was like, I don't know, $24 for a t-shirt, so we would raise the price to $26, so we were making $2 and convert them to Pakistani rupees. It was a lot. And I was like, I'm gonna be rich, sweet. So I was thinking, if I get 15 days free of Shopify on trial, and I make, how many sales do I need to make so I can get the money for actually paying for Shopify trial? And I was calculating, and I was like, no, this is impossible. I can't do it. So I had to pay for, somehow I had to pay for the first month of the Shopify trial. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna pay. It was, I don't know what it was, $50. $50 is a lot when it's like 5,000 rupees. And I'm a kid who's 14, so I want you to remember that. I'm a kid who's 14. I cannot get that kind of money, right? So I was kind of depressed, but I was trying to figure it out. And I had this idea. I was like, I have a friend in France, and he's younger than me. He's not younger than me. He's older than me. Hear that? Sorry for the background noise, but he's older than me, and he's, I don't know, like about 30 or something. And I was like, I'm gonna contact him, and I'm gonna ask if this idea resonates with him. So I contacted him, I messaged him, and I was like, I'm gonna start my own t-shirt store. Are you in or are you not? I was not that kind of guy, but I was just trying to convince him, right? Start this online t-shirt store with me. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be rich. That's what I was saying to him, and he was like, okay, sweet. I'm gonna pay for the first month of Shopify. And after that, for 3 months, I got to work. For the first month, what I did is I made designs. I made designs for t-shirt. I learned designing from YouTube in like 2 days, and I started practicing. And I practiced the design, and I sent it to him. I was like, is this okay? Is this cool? And he would either say yes or no, and then if he said no, I'll go make another design. So I was making t-shirt design, I was putting them on t-shirts, and I was also calculating, like, one t-shirt for, at that time was, I don't know, for $24, and we would sell them with the design for $26. I was going to sell them for $30, but that guy said, I'm never going to buy a t-shirt for $30. I'm going to say, and I said, you're a freak. You're going to make our profits go down. And he said, just keep it to 26. It's okay. We're like, okay, $2 profit. Fine. We're going to keep it to 26. $24 for the t-shirt, $26, and the customer is going to pay the shipping himself. I'm like, sweet, this is a great business idea. And I learned designing, I learned a whole other stuff, and I was learning business, and I was learning this. But for the next 3 months, I felt like the most awesome business person on the earth. Like, I felt like an entrepreneur. But here's what happened. And I'm gonna just tell it to you, right? I set up the website. I decide I copy all the legal crap, everything that you see at the end of the website. That's what we call that, by the way. It's called legal crap. So I set up all the legal crap, and I set up the website. I set up the design of the website. And by the way, the t-shirts that we are selling were to Dexter fans, because both of us were huge Dexter fans. We were crazy for Dexter. Dexter is an online series, and Dexter is basically a psychopath. And I thought I was a psychopath at that time. A psychopath started a business, obviously, at 14 years old. You gotta be a psychopath to do that. So I thought I was a psychopath, and I was saying, okay, I'm gonna make designs related to Dexter, and we're gonna sell to Dexter fans. Cool, everything was set up, the website was set up, the designs were set up. We had, I don't know, 4 or 5 t-shirts. But now it comes to selling. Like, how do we sell? And I thought first what I would do is I would design everything. What I would do is I would set up the innovation part of my business. And here's the thing, a business is basically 2 things. It's innovation and it's marketing. And I was like, I'm going to set up the first, I didn't know that at that time, by the way. I'm going to set up the innovation side. And then the innovation side is set up. Everything is done, right? The products, the services, everything is done. And now there's a time for the marketing side. Like, how do we take our product and actually let people know that I am selling this so people can actually buy? So I was confused. And marketing at that time, for me, marketing was ads. So I was learning ads. By the way, marketing is not ads. That is the most stupidest crap ever. It's because I've learned so much in marketing now. But marketing is not ads. I was learning ads and I was like, I've got this game figured out. Okay, don't you worry. I was gonna, and we are gonna spend some money in ads too. But here's the thing. I asked him, I was like, when it was time to market, I was like, okay, I've learned ads and I'm gonna do ads now and I'm gonna try to just make some money over here. But we didn't actually do the marketing because that guy got busy and I didn't have any money to pay for the ads. So I was like, this is crap. This is never gonna happen. So after 3-4 months of hard work, all down, everything was off, and that was it. Basically, we failed. We failed big time. It was a project that both of us were working on, but we failed. And I have no shame saying that. Like, I started a t-shirt store. I failed horribly. I failed. But here's the thing. Just because I failed that project, the learnings I got, and not the learnings, the mistakes I make, and it was like an up and down path. The mistakes I make, and the thing I failed at was marketing. Just because I failed at marketing at that time, just because I knew it was my weak point, that I don't know marketing, I was obsessed with marketing. Until now, I am obsessed with marketing and I am learning this every single day. And I have learned so much in the past 3 months only because I failed. That is the achievement I've had. Only because I failed, now I am obsessed with entrepreneurship. Only because I failed, only because the journey I had, I am a better person. I know what it takes to market now. I have that fire inside of me, that fire of service, that fire of passion, that fire to help people. It's all because I failed in that project. And this is what happens with most people. Most of us are working and we are working towards a goal, and we have this big project and we work on it, we grind, we put our blood, sweat, tears into it. And it fails, it never works, it fails. And it's not crap, because here's the thing about goals, here's the things about dreams. It's just like you're watching a movie series and your dream is to end a movie series. Your goal is to end a movie series. And let me ask you a question. Do you feel good while you're watching a movie series or when it's ended? I know you don't feel good when the movie series is ended and there's not a part 2. When the movie is ended and there's not a part 2. Because you've seen all of it, right? You know everything about it now. But you are always asking what's next. That is true for life, that is true for goals. When you are in the joy, you're working, you are grinding, and you're trying to go up and up and up, and you hit this goal. What you ask yourself is, the first thing is, you celebrate, you're like, okay, sweet. But then you ask, what's next? What's next? That is the question that you ask. So the joy is not in the goal. Don't ever think the joy is in the goal. Some people say, set realistic goals so you can have the joy of achieving them. The joy is not in achieving them. You just missed the whole point, idiot. The joy is not in achieving the goals. The joy is in the growth you have. It's not like you want to give your goals, your goals must come down to bow to you and then you have those goals. No, you have to go up to achieve those goals. Are you getting me over here? I know the joy is in the journey. So if you fail to achieve a goal, be happy because of all the things you have learned. And here's the thing I learned from that failing experience of mine. But here's the thing my buddy from France learned. And if you're watching this video, hey, he is a whole better person now just because of that. And I didn't know at that time, but what I did, here's his backstory. He was new in France and he was struggling with his family. He was struggling to provide for his family financially. Not struggling, but he was working very, very, very hard. He works very hard now too. But he was working very hard, and he thought like he was working at a job. But only because I said we're gonna do this online. Only because I said that we are gonna do this business. I'm not taking the credit, it's not me. I was just trying to do my thing. But just in the process of doing my thing, I influenced him. And just because of that, he had this idea of that this is possible. It's like everybody thought that running a 4-minute mile before Roger Bannister broke it. Everybody thought that running a 4-minute mile is impossible. But then Roger Bannister, one guy, great guy, he does this. And for everybody, it's possible now. That is what I did for this guy. He thought that making a business and not making it, but running a business and starting it and everything, it's impossible. But I broke the 4-minute mile for him, and I didn't know I was doing it. I was just doing my thing. I was trying to do my thing. And here's who he is now. And I have so much love, respect, and empathy for him. And he earns way lot more than he did at that time. Just because he didn't let go of the idea. He didn't do it with me. But he started an own business, a physical business, not like an online business, but a real in-world business. And he started it, and he has a company over there in France now, and he earns way lot more. And he said to me, and I know this because he actually, I was on a call with him, and he told me this. He said that the time you said that you were just a kid and you're starting this online business and you're saying this is possible, I thought that if that kid can say it's possible, why can't I? And that is why he started his own business and he is earning a way lot more. And not just earning a way lot more, think about the person he is. Think about the grind he has done. Think about the way he thinks. He is a completely different person because of us failing in the online store. So here's my lesson from you. Here's my lesson to you from this story, from the lesson that I've learned and I apply in my life. If you fail to achieve a goal, this means you are going towards your real goal. If you fail to achieve a project, if you fail to achieve something, do not be sad, because the learnings you have had from that failure, they are priceless. You cannot get them elsewhere. Those are your own learnings. That is you becoming a better person. Another story that's so great, and it's from Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson was trying to make $1 million. It was either $1 million or $10 million in a year with a joint project with one of his friends. And both of them, they were trying to earn them $10 million, and they were cranking so much, and they were putting blood, sweat, and tears into this project. And in the end, it failed. At the end of 2-3 years, it failed. It never worked. They didn't even get to $10 million. But here's what happened, and this is Russell saying it, and I'm saying this. I heard this from Russell, and I'm saying this to you. Russell Brunson, that guy, his company ClickFunnels does $1 billion. And the other guy, the guy who was his partner, his company does $1 billion too. Just because of the learning they have had. The learning is priceless. And this is what I have for you in today's episode. This story, I hope you learned a lot from this story. And if you did, please leave a comment below about what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next